stamping tutorials. If you want to stamp along with me and you're watching this in the replay, please go ahead and pause and maybe grab some supplies and then stamp along. So we're going to be using a piece of 12 by 12 very vanilla cardstock and the art gallery stamp set, which is this one here. So if you don't have this one, that's fine, you can still stamp along. Just try and find something that's kind of similar, certainly similar sized. So this measures approximately about 2 by 2 inches, that flower, and then we've got this lovely cluster here and then some leaves and flowers. So then I'm also going to be using Sweet Sampler, which is a set that's available for people who place orders over £150, because that automatically makes you the host of your own party. So if you do place an order like that, do not use my host code. But if you aren't planning on placing an order higher than that and you would like this, then please do contact me, because I tend to place orders at the end of the month that enable me to purchase this. So if you let me know that you would like it, then I can put you on the list to get it, and it costs £12. Okay, so hello everybody, welcome if you're watching this on the replay. I'm still kind of reeling from last night. We had such an awesome night last night. We had loads of people watching on the live and it was super duper fun. So please remember, if you have got friends who you think would enjoy this type of video, please do invite them. You know, we have such a great time on here, and usually people leave in a good mood. So I do, you know, I get to this time of night and I start to feel a bit drowsy, and today I'm feeling a bit dopey, even more dopey, because I think, you know, I was sneezing the other day. I think I've got a cold. So I've got a little bit of a tickle in my throat and not feeling tip-top, but I know that I'm going to feel better after about an hour. I always seem to feel great after one of these. So hello and welcome. Hi everybody, I'll say hello quickly. Hi Mindy, her fingers are inky. Okay, good. Hello Lorraine, Christine, Gray, Christine Morgan, Rebecca, Monica, Martina, Inika, Minda, Bonnie, Serene, Deborah, Liz, Donnie, Lorraine, Bree, Inika. Loads of you. Hello. Actually, I've just realised I probably should go and get a tissue, shouldn't I? Just bear with. I'm just going to grab a tissue. Oh, you know what? I'm just going to grab a whole kitchen roll, I think, just in case I start sneezing. So, anyway, welcome, welcome. Yep, definitely needed a tissue. Oh, dear me. Anyway, great to see you. Hi, April from Iowa. Nice to see you. Okay, and then I do have the inks on my desk that are going to be leaving us, just as a little reminder. Might use some of them tonight. And yeah, I'm not quite sure what colour scheme to go with. If anyone's got any bright ideas for colour scheme. I do want to use some colours that I didn't use last night, because I actually have on my desk all the colours that were used last night and I haven't put them back yet. So I'm going to try and not use these tonight. You know, because the other colours get jealous, you know. They're like, why don't we get a look in? Okay, so I know for sure that I've used reds with Art Gallery. I've definitely done that colour scheme before with them. I've definitely done it with yellows. So, don't think I've done it with pinks yet. So perhaps I could do it with a bit of Rococo. And, ooh, let's have a think. Hi Judy. Hi Pamela, Kerry, Lorraine. Who else was there? Was that Nicola? Hi Nicola. Oh no, you had your vaccine today. Oh, I bet you're feeling a bit... Ugh. Hi Bob. Bob Luecht. Have I said that right? Welcome to the live. Yes, you're here. Hi Tishan. Hi Sharon. Lovely to see you. Loads of you on today. So I didn't use many brights last night. So I've got loads of brights. I've got Calypso Coral and all those. Blushing Bride. We could go kind of dusky and pinky. Ooh. Let's start doing that. See where it takes us, yeah? See what happens. Okay, I'm feeling on my desk because it feels lumpy. And I can't have a lumpy desk. Not when I'm stamping. So I'm going to move this piece of paper around because I've realised it had a bit of a lump on it. So I know it sounds silly, but always do check that when you're about to start stamping that there's no kind of major lumps and bumps on your desk. Oh gosh, there's some under there as well. Oops. There we go. Right, that feels kind of good. Yeah, we'll get started with that. Right, also I'm just going to do an extra clean on this there, just to make sure these stick well as well. So Inika's got this in her order. Good, good. The sweet sampler. It was funny when I opened my order and saw the shell, because the shell's right in the corner there. I thought, did I order the seashells? And then I realised, it's not. Yes, I have got a mat. I have got mats, in fact. But actually, my husband has a great big mouse mat. Well, it's a gaming mat, actually. And I could put that underneath. There's a thought. Okay, so let's just get started putting some of these flowers down. Now, these flowers do kind of lend themselves to be stamped in threes. Now, I did this last night, so this is not going to be too foreign to you. And then also stamped in little pairs. And we are going for a wreath effect tonight. I know I have done this before. This is not new to some of you, but some of you may never have seen this done before. So if you haven't, enjoy the ride, because it's super fun and it's a way of stamping that I've developed over the last year or so. I don't know if anyone else kind of has got into or discovered it as well. It's just something that I love doing, and people seem to come back to me on my channel for. So if you do have a go doing this and you want to share it with your friends, please redirect them back to my channel. Or if you're a demonstrator and you want to demonstrate this to your customers, please do go ahead and do it. I'm all about sharing, but if you could do me a favour, please let them know it was Ruth at Artful Stampin that you saw it with first. Not because I want to take your customers. I don't want to do that at all. Your customers are your customers. It's just that for me, I also have a YouTube channel to grow, and it's really handy if people can get directed back to my channel. So hi Wendy. Okay, so this second one I'm doing a bit of stamping and then doing a little bit of a swivel and stamping again, just to get some more of that colour in there. Hi Tashana, lovely to see you. How are you? Yeah, credit where it's due. Thank you, Inika. Absolutely. Yeah, I really don't mind people going and running off with my, and playing with my ideas. I really don't mind that at all. But it just would be great if they could point back to me. Also, please feel free to pin on Pinterest, and please pin the link. I have noticed, sadly, that I don't know if people do it deliberately or if they just don't realise that what they're doing, but they've clearly downloaded images off my blog or off my social media, and they've pinned it directly to their boards, and so when I click on it, it goes nowhere. It doesn't come back to me. So if you are out there doing that, please don't do that. It's at best ignorant, and at worst it's rude, if that makes sense. Because it means that the people who actually have done the hard work on the content of what they've done, and it doesn't just happen to me, I've seen it being done to other demonstrators and other people's work, where the pictures are on Pinterest but there's no linking back. Now, I never pin any of my pictures without a link, so I know it's not my fault, it's somebody else's. Right, so I've made a bit of a boo-boo there because I really should be putting a mat under here, and I'm looking for my mats and thinking, where did I put them? They were here today. Oh, here they are. I'm going to stop waffling on as well. Hi Hi, PGS Sports. Yeah, well, we're all learning. We're all in this to learn. And the more we can get inspiration from people and have a go as well. Please don't think that you can learn art by just watching others. It's also about participating in your own art creation. So it's, you know, it's a good idea to just break out some stamps, break out some art supplies and have a go yourself. So I wouldn't even know how to add a link. Yeah, well, yeah, it can be done in Oka. You can create what's called create your own pin. So to create a pin, you upload a photograph, but normally you would then have to attach a link to it. But for some reason, some people are not doing that. They're just basically getting people to go and have a look at their own boards, which is a little bit naughty, really, because it's like they want all the Pinterest fame, but they don't want to do the hard work and create the content. So a little bit cheeky. Thanks, Mindy. Good. It's always good to check links, actually. You know, so you check a link by just clicking on the photograph in Pinterest, and if it goes nowhere, it means that there's no link attached. So, hi, Cheryl. Oh, Susan, you're getting battered by the storms, are you? Okay, I don't know if you can see, I'm deliberately not inking up that leaf. I'm wanting just to do these flowers on here. Yes, that's fine, Martina. Yeah, if you're reposting links, or pins rather, that are good to go, then that's fine. But no, I've seen it. To be honest, it's other demonstrators. I've seen one demonstrator do it, where they obviously want people to come and look at their boards, and they've pinned other demonstrators' pictures, but without links. So yeah. I know sometimes people can do it by accident, not realise what they're doing. They want to use Pinterest as a way of cataloguing ideas. I get that. But if you're watching my channel, you've heard it from me that it's not actually the done thing to do it that way. So please don't think I'm telling anybody off. I'm not telling people off. I'm just, you know, explaining that there are better ways to use Pinterest. And there are kind of polite ways in social, you know, there is kind of like a social media etiquette that I guess people don't learn until they get it wrong and they have someone who's a bit upset with them. But yeah. So I decided I needed some lighter flowers in there. So I've gone back in with the Blushing Bride. So I'm interchanging between Blushing Bride here and Rococo Rose. So Rococo Rose stamped off is about the same shade as Blushing Bride, but it is Blushing Bride. It's a slightly grayer, duskier colour than a stamped off Rococo Rose. So anyway, I'm just kind of like making a bit of a pinky jumble at the moment. Thanks, Tishan. Oh yeah, that is naughty, Monica. Yeah, it happened to one of my downline a few years ago, where she had a blog, and she was putting pictures up, and a company, not a Stampin' Up company actually, it was just a craft company, was stealing people's pictures and saying, "Want to buy craft supplies? Go here." And it was a picture of her work. So she had to issue a cease or desist notice to this company, and it was happening to a lot of people. So you can't just go around taking photos off the internet. You just can't do that. Right. Sheila says, I don't do wreaths. That's fine, Sheila. You don't need to do a wreath. You can do a stamped one-sheet wonder, but use these techniques and colour schemes perhaps. And because this may get chopped up to be for cards. So, but stick around, Sheila. We love you. Okay. So this is really the reason I'm wanting to do this, because this stamp matches the art gallery one, and as I said, it comes from a sweet sampler. Now, when I saw this image first, I thought that that was attached. Yippee! It's not. It's actually two separate stamps. So this one can be used in all sorts of little places, which I'm really pleased about. So my grey and yellow one, it didn't come out so good. Keep stamping, Sheila. Just keep stamping. You know what you'd have to do. Keep going. It'll get there. Okay, so I'm wondering if we do some little pockets of darker colour here. Now, I said I wasn't going to... I'm so tempted to use Mary Merlot in this, but... Ooh, I need something just as dark. Do you think Rich Raspberry might be okay? No, it might be. Thank you. Who's that? Janine. Okay, let's do some wee little clusters of these purple flowers. Actually, I'm going to see if I can make them look like little balls of flowers. Like that instead. Because I kind of want the pink to end up being a bit of a background, if that makes sense. I know that sounds weird because it already looks so prominent, but actually with this rich raspberry going on now, these look like little, you know, you can get flowers that are just like lots of little, I'll explain it, it's lots of little flowers in a little cluster, isn't it? That's what that reminds me of. A carnation, yeah, it does a little bit, doesn't it? Allium, yes, that's the other thing it reminds me of, yes. See, look, there's some natural gaps here. I love it when that happens, where you just, you know, the stamps tell you where they want to go. Yeah, or dandelion. Very fluffy dandelion. So my interesting news of the day was the house that we used to live in last couple of weeks ago is now on sale in Welshpool. So if anyone wants to move to Welshpool and has got a spare £275,000, they can purchase the house that I used to live in. My landlord has finally put it up on for sale. So that was interesting. It's always interesting to go in and read the estate agent's descriptions of houses as well, because especially when one has lived somewhere, you know exactly what the house is like. They always seem to embellish, don't they, the estate agents? Okay, okay, I think we're going to stop there with that one. Clean this off really quickly. No, it's fine, actually, Martina. It doesn't annoy me at all. I'm just super blessed to be where I am now, to be honest. And I wouldn't have moved here if it hadn't been that we had to leave the other house. So okay, I'm just going to show that a little bit more close up so you can see what I'm doing, because the first stamp was a bit of an experiment to see if it worked. Okay, so I want it to look as if there are some little flowers coming away from these clusters. So what I'm doing is I'm stamping, and then I'm slightly moving, stamping again, and then slightly moving and stamping again. And this is rich raspberry, by the way. I know it looks like blackberry bliss because it's so dark, but I think it's because it's quite a newly inked pad. So stamp, swivel, and swivel. Okay, so you get that sort of sense of a fuller flower. Okay, the she shed is hopefully being built in the next few weeks because my builder is currently working on a project and I apparently am next in queue. So yeah. Hi Jane. Hello, Helen. What do I do with it? Well, often these sort of ones get cut up. Yeah, this will get cut up into cards. So, welcome. Have you been following my channel before, or are you brand new to my channel? Hi, Cheryl. Oh, and last night, sorry, if anyone was on last night's live, I'm really sorry if I didn't see your comment, because I went back and looked at some of the chat and realised there were a few people that I didn't notice were here. So I'm really sorry about that. And Nicola asked a couple of questions, and I missed Nicola's questions as well. So Nicola, if you want to ask those questions again, please do ask. So please, if you feel, well, if you ask a question and I don't pick up on it straight away, try typing it in next time in capital letters, and then hopefully someone else might pick up on it as well and just shout it at me. Now, some of you who watch do actually have the ability to message me privately, so do that as well. If you think, Ruth, you haven't picked up that message, please just PM me, because it then pops up on my screen and then I go, oh, oops, I forgot, I didn't see a message. So please don't take it that I'm ignoring people. I mean, sometimes I do ignore people, but, you know, I wouldn't tell you that. I'm kidding. Hi, Deborah. Hi, Jackie. Also, if I don't notice everyone come in as well, you know, my head's down, I'm stamping. Okay, so I've got this little cluster here, and I'm thinking, what can I have coming away from here? So I'm just going to pop a little purple in. So I'm looking at all the different clusters and thinking, what can kind of explode from that cluster? Oh no, that's fine. You chat away. It's lovely, because sometimes, you know, it gets a bit boring, me stamping. So it's great that you guys are entertaining each other. Right, so got that. One coming away from there. So I'm actually getting to the point where I'm almost ignoring the layer of pink that went before. I know that sounds really bizarre, but you know, that is actually the case. The pink before has turned into being the background colour. So I'm not really thinking about it. I'm just getting on and stamping these darker pieces that need to be the focal points. So there we have it. Okay. I'm going to clean that off. Excuse me, being a bit sniffly. I still want to bring this on. I'm not quite sure how, but I might have to just ink up part of it. Oh no, who was it? Was it Jan saying that she did stamp surgery to this? Did you cut that off, Jan? Is Jan on? It needs some birds. Martina's advising alcohol to steady nerves. Yes, I think I have got a cold. I do, yeah. Yeah, I kind of want to just. I don't want to use that whole flower. Oh, you know what? I might cut it up. Right, look away now, Deborah Mitchum and Glenna. Okay, so the reason why I'm quite happy to cut this up is because there is a gap between these two images. Can you see? You've got a stem there and then you've got a flower. Now, I do not recommend you cut up stamps that don't have a gap where you want to cut them. So these Stampin' Up! Snips are just awesome. They're so sharp that they are really good for cutting up stamps if you need to. Okay, now remember, these stamps, if they're in your hands, obviously not if you've borrowed them, don't cut up ones that you've borrowed. Wendy's starting to get worried because I've borrowed her snail mail. I wouldn't dream of cutting up someone else's stamps unless they asked me to. But if the stamps just don't work for you as they are, then you may as well just do what you need to do and you know, doctor them a bit. Okay, so now I've already got the sticker on there, so that's handy as well. So if I want to put them back together, It's kind of easy. Just pop them back together and you can put them back on there like that. Okay, poor Nessa feels a bit faint. Okay, Nessa. Pass Nessa the smelling salt, somebody. Right, now for me, this is so much more usable. Lana would pass out. Oh yes, she's delivering food now. Yeah. Oh dear, she's going to pass out later when she watches this, isn't she? Right, look, I can do that now, which is what I wanted to do. And I might just have one going off into the distance there. Yeah, I'm not surprised, Wendy. Yeah. You better not lend them to me then. Yeah, someone message Glenna and say she's going to have a stiff drink when she watches later. What's that? What did Sheila say? Something about stick. I will still have the ones we use to cut stamps with. Oh, the big scissors. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, Stampin' Up used to do these really quite tough scissors, didn't they? Because years ago, the stamps didn't come all nicely cut up. You had to cut them up yourself. So this is years and years ago, when the manufacturing was slightly different. And so Stampin' Up actually sold scissors, that really good ones. So yeah, I think those new butterfly stamps are very much designed to be cut out and used as embellishments rather than perhaps stamping with them. Although I guess you could always buy 2 lots of stamps. Unless, Wendy, you keep yours intact, I'll buy a stamp set and cut them up. And then you can borrow mine cut up. Yes, this is a hostess set. So it's available if you place an order of over £150, or if you're a customer of mine, you just need to let me know that you'd like it. So, as I've already got one customer that's requested it, so hers is on its way. I'm just trying to think where else. Maybe one there. Look, I've already managed to get a fingerprint on there. Never mind. Okay, so that's stamp done. Now, someone was talking about maybe putting some green or yellow into this, and I think I would agree with you. I wouldn't mind putting some Granny Apple Green just to help zing this along now. And what have we got in the way of... What have we got in the way of leaves? Yeah, we do have this one. And I think in the past I've tried to just use that one leaf on its own, and then we've got also this little leaf here. So if I just ink up that one there on its side, just pop some nice big leaves in there. Okay. Now these stamps have a very kind of watercolory feel to them, which is really lovely. And a kind of artsy, painterly feel. So they kind of make you feel like an artist. I mean, you are an artist when you stamp anyway, but makes you kind of feel extra special when you're stamping with these. Yes, this is Granny Apple. Yep. Excuse me. Oh, sniffity sniff. Okay. So I think one more up there. Yes, I think it's just a cold. It started with sneezes the other day, and then I've got a sore throat. So I can still smell. Huh? Okay, so we've got this lovely little green. Oh dear. Picking things up as I go. This lovely little green leaf here, which I'm really looking forward to using. I love a little leaf to tuck into various places. So with the leaves, I try and have them come from behind the flowers. So when I say the flowers, I mean the darker ones, the ones that are sort of the prominent flowers. And this image almost looks like it's a leaf and a stem, but it kind of looks like a leaf and perhaps a leaf from a side view, which is quite nice. No, we're not, Ellen. No, we only if we have, well, there's the symptoms apparently are continuous coughs, and loss of smell. And I think there's probably another one. Oh, like is there a temperature? Another one? I can't remember. It's been so long since I've looked at the website. I'm sorry. Yes, it does look like a little insect, doesn't it? Yeah. Oh, you're welcome, Barb. Yeah. Hi, Ellen. Hi. Oh, fever. There we go. Yeah. No, I haven't got a fever at all. No. Yeah, they just didn't have the capacity to do it. They didn't have enough tests to start off with, I don't think, in the country to do that, and the manpower, unfortunately. So it's a lovely, you know, if you can do it, it's great. And Australia have done amazingly well to do it, and your numbers have reflected that. So absolutely explains the numbers that we've got. Yep. But there we go. Yes, that's what a couple of people said, that I'm perhaps feeling a bit run down. Although I've been sleeping loads lately, so I don't feel like I've been run down. But I guess it's just been busy as well, isn't it? But no, it's all good. Okay, I think some kind of other texture now. So, what was the other colour somebody suggested earlier? Was it yellow? I feel like it needs some little flowers in here now, just to break up some of this. Ooh, there's that really lovely kind of like watercolory one from. This is really cute. this one here from Birds and Branches. And I'm wondering about having that in a slightly different colour. Oh, Pretty Peacock. Just so happens I have Pretty Peacock on my desk. And thank you, Susan. I think, yeah, just something a bit different, because I want it to be as dark as the Rich Razzleberry, but I want it to be a different colour. So, no, I've lost a stamp. Oh, there it is. Oh, a bit of Bumblebee. Yeah, or I've got Daffodil Delight. So I'm trying to be kind to all the colours. So if I used a colour last night, unless it's an in colour, I'm trying to not go for it. So I used Bumblebee last night, so I have got Daffodil Delight still on my colour rack, so I might use that. Okay, so let's go in then with the, I keep going to say Tranquil Tide, but that's from a few years ago. Pretty Peacock. Let's go in with this and see what happens. I'm just going to cluster a few like that. Oh, that's great, Ellen. Oh, which colour are you going to miss the most, Inika? Oh, Bermuda Bay. Oh, that's good, Liz. Thank you, Kerry. This is feeling rather dark, so I think I might go in here and pop some yellow. Okay, so this is the point where I start to get a bit stuck, because I'm looking around the whole piece going, okay, where are the gaps? Where do I need to pop more? But not wanting to overdo it. Yes, they do look a bit like Stephanotis. I'm going to miss Seaside Spray the most. Yeah, I could use some yellow, some little yellow flowers. Wondering whether to do some yellow centres. Oh, now I haven't got Inspiring Iris. That's the one that I usually have my little dot from to do that. So I'm going to try to find something else really tiny. I've got that one from Corner Bouquet. It'd be nice to do some little clusters of yellow. Hi, Nina from Adelaide. Oh, Liz has got it. Liz, can you pop over with Inspiring Iris, please? So for those of you who don't know, Liz Gannon and Wendy Wu, they live in my town, and they live very close to each other. And so all the stamps that I'm not using currently, they're all at their houses. So they're enjoying my stash at the moment, because I packed a capsule amount for when I moved. So I moved a couple of weeks ago, and so I have, yeah, as I said, a capsule amount. Wendy's loving it. Yeah, I bet you are. Vanessa. How are you doing? How's that packing going? Have you got a date for moving? Oh, that's lovely, Lorraine. You know what, I think that flower would have been quite popular in the 50s. When I think of any 50s photographs that I've seen, wedding photographs, Stephanotis, I think probably are in a lot of the bouquets. There we go. That's just that little pop of yellow there has helped, hasn't it? And I'm wondering whether then to use that yellow, because you're not really going, you can't see that that was a flower. It just looks like a centre. So I'm wondering now whether to just do some little dabs then of little clusters of yellow flowers here and there to finish that off. And I'm looking for what I call the black holes, so areas that inadvertently have ended up having nothing, and it just looks a little bit odd with absolutely nothing there. Your mum demanded Lily of the Valley for her bouquet. Oh. Was that not a done flower in those days? I do love Lily of the Valley. Didn't Meghan Markle have? I think she had Lily of the Valley. Oh, don't get me started on weddings. I'm a bit of a sucker for weddings. Well, I used to work in the wedding industry, so we used to have to know our weddings. Oh, I see in October. I've got you. Yeah. Yeah, they're not going to be available in Europe in October, are they? Thanks, Martina. I got it now. Hi, Barbara Williams. I'm preparing for a class, multitasking or multi-skilling, yes. Oh, your wedding just had Lily of the Valley on it. She got them. Oh, gosh. Was she a demanding woman then, Inika? Hi, Crafty from Crafting with Tracy Hugs from Oregon. Hello, Tracy. Hi, Cheryl. Okay, so we're kind of just putting the finishing touches to this piece. And it's very different from anything that I've done before, actually. I think it was because I wanted to be really quite strict and stick to those, mainly those two stamp sets, that the Art Gallery and Sweet Sampler, and then just brought in the birds and branches at the end, and then that little flower there from Corner Bouquet. But yeah, I think it's kind of worked. Maybe could do with a bit of splattage. Yeah. Let's do a different one this time. I'll go for the one from Forever Fern. That's quite delicate. Why do I always love the host set, says Jane. I don't know, Jane. Is that because Stampin' Up! Are clever? They know how to entice you. We have... Oh, what's the name of this stuff? The shimmer. But it's not really... We don't have... I can't remember what colours. I think we've got it in a champagne gold. So this is the frosty kind of inks that we have. Occasionally we'll sell the sort of metallic ink pads and stuff. But they tend to be seasonal, Navarana. Yeah, we've got the We've got obviously the embossing folders, embossing powders. Okay, I've just put Forever Fern down somewhere. Where did I put it? Oh, there. Oh, and I've taken the stamp out already. Where did I put the stamp? Oh, there. Oh, sorry. I can't concentrate on more than one thing right now. Oh, sorry, Heidi. Nice to see you. Take care, Shirley. Lovely to see you. Okay, do you want to come in closer for this bit? Oh, the storm has started in my roof. I was thinking of going out there this afternoon and just having a look to see where little critters can get into my roof space, but I didn't. It was a bit wet and bleh this afternoon. So with a smaller splatter stamp, it means that you can have a little bit more control of where you're going with things. Thank you, Jan. Hi, Nadia. "60% need to leave." What's that about, Inika? Oh, they need to leave a thumbs up. Oh my goodness. Sorry. I only read the first bit of what you wrote and I thought, why is Inika telling 60 people to leave? 60% of people to leave. What she means is 60% of you need to leave a thumbs up. Oh, that's very sweet of you. Thank you, Inika. Right, you guys are so sweet. So the reason why YouTubers ask for thumbs up, it's not some way of feeding their egos, honestly. It's because YouTube need to know that the video you're watching is popular, so that if somebody's watching a video that's similar, it will come up in their suggestions. So it's a way of basically YouTube figuring out what is popular and what to show people. So it means that more people can discover my channel. So that is why people are encouraged to leave a thumbs up. So if anybody, says it on their channel, this is why they say it. So if you don't like what they are doing, it's actually better not to do anything. Did you know that? So that's why I don't get upset if people leave me a thumbs down. At the end of the day, people have got all different reasons why they don't like my videos. That's absolutely fine. But ironically, YouTube don't actually see a difference between a thumbs up and a thumbs down. So I am actually thinking of doing a video where I'm going to give people choices and you can actually vote by giving a thumbs up or a thumbs down and just see what happens. I thought that might be fun. So I might do 2 different colour schemes and yeah, give you the option of voting. So not a thumbs up in the chat, but when you get out of the chat, give a at the bottom of the video, you've got a thumbs up and a thumbs down choice. Okay. Hi, Carol. Lovely to see you. Right. I think I'm done here. And yeah, so 50 minutes that's taken approximately to do that. I always like to just kind of go over the times and look at the times, because I want you to understand, in real time what it kind of takes to do this, and then what that means in terms of what you could create from it. So this could very easily be turned into 6 cards very, very, very quickly. And so yes, although it's taken me nearly an hour to stamp this, for me, I'm looking at this and going, wow, that's 6 cards that's kind of done. All right, it's done. Oh yes, the other reason to give a thumbs up is so that it's in your watch library, so you can actually find me a bit easier. That's the other reason to give me a thumbs up. It's actually to help you. But if you want to be able to find me easier, it's better to subscribe. So if you subscribe and hit the bell button, you'll get notified of my videos. But if you're sort of person that I'm in the wrong sort of time zone for you, then that's fine. You can just then find me later on and watch the replays. So, right. Oh, hubby's not tech at all, but has been trying to make a video today. Oh, brilliant. Good for him, Christine. What's he doing a video on? That's awesome. Okay, so we did quite a bit today. We did stamp surgery, which I don't always do, just occasionally do that. So we used Art Gallery and Sweet Sampler, these two. Those are the main ones that we used. And then, just because I needed a small little flower, I did use the wee little flower, this one, from Birds and Branches. And as you can see, the style of the stamp set it kind of fits really well with this. So that's really good. His modelling buses he makes from plastic card. Hey, that's cool. That's cool. Okay, and then Forever Fern, I did end up using the little wee splatter stamp from that. And because I just needed a bit of speckle in there. Oh, and then, sorry, from Corner Bouquet, I did use that little flower there. So main ones are those two because of that, but I think I probably could have lived out without that one. But it is nice to have some bits kind of like sticking out. And but yeah, you could live without that one if you've got this one. So right, any questions while I get the colours to show you? Oh, that's so clever. Oh, yeah, we'd all follow him, wouldn't we, girls and gentlemen? Girls and guys, ladies and gentlemen, I should say. Oh, no, not that one. Yeah, we want to see. We love all sorts of arts on this channel. My kitty must like me because she keeps headbutting and schmoozing the phone. You know what, Heidi? That yours is not the only cat that fancies me. Yes, Wendy March's cat likes me as well. Oh dear. Right, so with this one we used Rococo Rose. Sorry, we'll start with Rich Raspberry, it's the darkest. Rococo Rose, Blushing Bride. Now Blushing Bride and Rococo Rose were used in the first layer to create a background. And I know some of you quite like that when I first did that, but actually we kind of lost then that, not lost it, but it is there, but that actually turned into almost the background and the foliage. So because Rich Raspberry then took over and became the focal points of the wreath. Then we had Granny Apple Green for the green, just to bring it alive with a bit of zing. And then we had the Daffodil Delight to do the centres of some of these flowers and also do some little speckledy flowers around there. Excuse me. And then Pretty Peacock then in little spots with those little flowers. So there's your colour palette. So if anyone wants to create using this colour palette, please do and share it on Artful Stampin' Space. And you don't have to necessarily do these flowers, but this is a really lovely colour scheme to have a go with. Inika says she'd never thought of combining those. No, me neither. And that just goes to show you can start with an idea and it can kind of run away with you. Just be open to it. So, very Jules, says Esther. Jules is a clothing make. Okay, so Pretty Peacock, Granny Apple Green, Daffodil Delight, Rich Raspberry, Blushing Bride and Rococo Rose. And I'll just bring on those, oh sorry, I'll get rid of my snotty tissue. Oh dear. I'll bring these stamp sets on. Okay, were there any questions? And this was all stamped onto very vanilla 12x12 cardstock. Yes, I think I will make these into cards. Yeah. Yeah, this sort of design does make a good, it needs to go in a frame. Oh, bless you. I think if I put every 12 by 12 I had in a frame, I'd run out of wall space. Yeah, maybe I may do that for a wall in this house. So good night, Cheryl. Yeah. The other thing that I have thought of doing, just to help you with cutting up your pieces, someone suggested and shared this idea on Artful Stampin Space. They get acetate and they draw lines on it, and then they hold it over their work just to figure out what the best combination is. So on Artful Stampin Space yesterday, I shared 2 videos, how to, I think there's like 9 ways to cut up your Stamp One Sheet Wonder, and another one that's like 16 ways to cut it up. But I think I want to go a step further and maybe show you how to design a tool for yourselves that you can have a template that you just lay over the top. So Stampin' Up! Do sell clear acetate. They sell 2 in a pack for, just get my catalogue and I'll show you where that is. And it might be worth just investing and buying some. The other option is to perhaps use the vellum. So the window sheets are $4.75 for 2. And I guess on a 12 by 12 we could get a couple of designs out of that. So yeah, it'd be interesting. I think I have got some of that sheet. Oh my word, excuse me, so sorry about that. Yeah, so that would be quite an interesting tool to create, really. I'll have a think about that and figure out what would be the best way to figure that one. Okay, so that you don't end up with loads and loads of sheets of acetate, but maybe one that you show different designs on. So there we go. Oh, thank you, everybody. Right, lots of love to you all, and thank you for watching. Again, we've hit high numbers with the live, and it's just such a joy to know that you guys are enjoying this. And I'll see you guys again soon. So lots of love to you all. Please comment below if you've got any ideas or suggestions for future videos. It's always great to hear from you. And if I didn't explain something properly, please feel free to ask. And I will put the colours and the stamp sets in the description below too. And that's where you can go and click and shop. Just so you know. Okay guys, don't forget to give me a thumbs up on the way out. And take care for now. Bye.